Everybody, happy Sunday or whatever day it is that you're watching this. I hope you're enjoying our course and welcome to week 4 of Top Tech Tools. So today I'm going to be showing you a few of my favorite tools to use in my classroom just to add a little sprinkle of fun to increase student engagement. So the first one I want to show you today is called Ditty. It's Ditty, and it's an app for your smartphone. So you'll probably remember the lovely cracks I have on my screen. Oh well. And Ditty is a free app. I think they also have a premium version, but I just use the free one. So basically, I downloaded it onto my smartphone, and I've got a few different options down here. I'm just going to click the plus button, and it's going to give me a few different choices. So I can explore, I can choose some of the hottest music, or I can use my own songs if I purchase them. Ditty is basically going to let me create a song to share information. It's great. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look for pop songs. Okay. So I have a whole bunch of different options that I can pick here. It kind of looks like an iTunes store. So I'm going to go down to, let's come back here. I want to go to some free. There's an option to just look for free music. So I'm going to do, oh yes, let's do If You're Happy and You Know It, okay? So I'm just gonna select that, and then it's gonna give me some default text. So what do I wanna share with this? When I use this in my classroom, I like to use it to introduce a topic. So for example, when my students come into my classroom, they might see this on the board. We're starting Rome today, okay? So I just typed in the text that I want there, and then I hit next. So now it's loading my ditty. Okay, and that's to the tune of The Farmer and the Dove. So then I hit next, and I can add filters if I'd like to. So I want to make this, let's see, I want to do this filter. Okay, and then I'm going to click, I'm just going to name it if I want to. So we're going to name this, okay. So I'm just going to hit Save Private, and it's saving my ditty. So now I can access my ditty, and I can choose to put it on YouTube. I can download it to my device. I can put it on Google Drive, whatever I want to do. And then when my students would walk into the classroom, I'm going to pull it up on my whiteboard. I'm just going to hit play. I'm not going to say anything, and they are just going to love it. There's a whole bunch of different ways that you can use Ditty. They now have a GIF maker and a meme maker, which is super fun. So that's just something that you can play around with and see how you can use it in your classroom. Another one of my favorites to do with my students is IMG Flip. Okay, so I teach high school, and my students love memes. Okay, and I'm sure that you in your class, you can probably relate. Okay, so one of the cool things that we do in my classroom is, instead of just describing a specific concept, especially like towards the end of the year when we're reviewing for EOCs, I encourage my kids to make a meme about it and to pretend that the only thing that I can understand is meme, like pretend that it's a language, okay? So they can create their own meme. You can use IMG Flip. You can also use just basically like a Google Drawing or Google Slides, whatever you want to do. So the only thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to, let's search for a meme. Okay, let's do this one. I love this meme. All right, so then I'm going to be able to caption this. So let's pretend that this is the founding of the United States. So we want to figure out, do we want a unitary system or do we want a confederal system? Okay, so this down here then is going to be the United States saying, oh my gosh, what do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Okay, so then I can create my meme. I can right click on it, I can save the image, or I can copy it, and then you can have your students submit it to Classroom. You could just have them email it to you. You can print it out. You can put it on social media, whatever you want to do. So that's IMG Flip, and there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can use that in your classroom. I actually, a few years ago, created a meme set for my back to school presentation, which I thought was super fun. So instead of going through all of the specific procedures in my classroom, I just did a meme set. So that was super fun too. Another thing that I use in my classroom all the time, and I'm sure you guys use it too, is Bitmoji. Bitmoji, whenever I discovered that a few years ago, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever, because you get to personalize your emoji, right? It's super fun. So if you notice, basically, if I go to my website, my blog, anytime that I share any resource on teaching with technology, you're always going to see my Bitmoji there. It's just a really fun way to add another level to presentations, to worksheets, to assignments. I have it on my syllabus. If my students, like sometimes my Bitmoji is holding a QR code and they scan the QR code, it takes them where I want them to go, anything like that. So Bitmoji, Ditty, and then also IMG Flip or any meme maker are just going to be super fun things that you can use in your classroom to engage your students, to hook them, to connect them to what you're trying to teach them, okay? So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed the class. And if you all have any questions, please, of course, feel free to reach out to me. See ya.